Game! Where's the game? Sorry. Let me put up the music. Welcome to my very professional live stream, as I said. Hello, why is my controller not controlling? Thank you. Sorry. This is all happening during the ad break. It's all strategic. This is the bloopers you get when you subscribe to the channel. So in Wuthering Waves, the other day I got Phoebe. I won my 50-50 and I got Phoebe, which is really cool because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get her if I had lost my 50-50, you know? So I got her. I'm very happy about that. The main star of the show was, of course, Zani. I got her, you know, the first day she was available. And I got her weapon too. Very cool. Groovy. But I haven't done her companion story yet. I started it by accident, which was really annoying. What happened was... Let me just track it for now. What happened was, there was one of those like mini games where you're like flying and you have to go through the rings. I was doing one of them and I flew through the city. And freaking like part way through flying through the city, the game goes, oh, you just failed the like flying thing. And I was like, what the hell, why? And it puts me into the like beginning cutscene for Zani's companion story. Really annoying because I wanted to play the story on stream. I didn't want to do it, you know, this was off stream. I was just chilling. I was just gathering more astrites and stuff. And yeah, so sorry. We're not going to be playing the very first cutscene of Zani's companion story because it was not to be. Sorry, I've just noticed there's a chest over there as well. I'm gonna go grab that. But yeah, I did a couple more pulls on Zani's banner. Didn't get anything exciting. I think I'm at like 10 pity. The reason I did that is because I was really close to having enough corals to buy a wave band. Now I do have enough. I haven't bought one though. Just because I'm not sure if I should. Like, should I buy Zani S1 or not? Should I keep saving them? I feel like the corals, they're really good for whales, you know? If you're a whale, being able to get the last 2 copies of the character, you know, if you're trying to pull for S6. What? Debated? Scammed? You were locked and everything. See, why are there 3 chests over there? Sorry, I need to. I will do the companion quest, but I want to get my chests. I want to get my treasure. What the heck? This is my treasure. Who is this? All those who profess to be generous. I didn't hear the rest of what he said. Probably wasn't important. We're about to throw down.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. Knight of Greed. Oh, ho, ho, ho. None has ever been more greedy than me. We gotta put this poser in his place. Oh, I didn't get the... It's fine. He's only level 86. Die! Ooh, Sword of Greed. Cool. And then I get more treasure. Yum, 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 yum. So I've got 362 corals. So that is enough to buy a wave band. I could buy Zani's. But I don't know if I should, because like, if I had converted into pulls, that's 45 pulls that could go toward either another character or Phoebe's weapon. I don't know. I kind of feel like I would be happy in this game to just have S0... what do you call the weapons? What do you call them when you, like, dupe them? Ranks? Yeah, S0, R1 of all the characters. I would be happy with that as opposed to duplicates on one character, but like, I don't know. Because maybe a character like Shorekeeper, who I'm going to use in multiple teams, maybe a sequence for her would be useful. Zani, I know her. I know her S1 is, you know, I think most of the characters S1s, they're like quality of life. And then the damage is in the S2. So I don't know. Sorry, I've just noticed there's stuff on the map I haven't done yet. I gotta do it. I gotta get my treasures. I watched Until Dawn in theaters the other day, by the way. I actually really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the game, Until Dawn. And the movie was quite different. It was not like an adaptation of the events in the game. But I think that's fine. I think that's maybe good. Because, you know, if it's just an adaptation of the game, then you're going to be comparing it to the game. The night before they... give me my ult!
I don't have all day. Come at me.
Sorry, I need to lock in. I'll talk about Until Dawn in a moment. There we go. So Until Dawn. I think if they had just adapted the movie events, then it would be not the movie, the game. If they had just adapted the game, then it's like, well, you know, part of the game's thing is the multiple, like the branching choices. So which events would they decide are canon? Maybe nobody would be happy with whatever they decided. And maybe it would just be, you know, not as good. So I think it's actually a good idea for them to make a movie that is like capturing the same spirit of the game, but with a completely different story. I think it does that because I think something that was cool about Until Dawn was that it is like a, you know, it's kind of making references to other like horror movie stuff. It kind of combines like a slasher film with a monster movie thing. You know, you only really realize that's what's going on partway through, and it's cool. And so the way the Until Dawn movie works it is that the characters are experiencing, it's kind of like a Groundhog Day thing. So they keep repeating the same kind of day, except every day there's a different movie kind of monster they have to deal with, a horror thing. And it's rough for them. I didn't mind it. I thought it was cool. It got a bit goofy sometimes, but I didn't mind it. I like it when it's a bit of goofy. It did have some funny little references to the game. For example, like the ending. It has like a shot of the lodge, and so it's like, what does that mean? You know, are the game and the movie connected? Is the movie like a prequel kind of thing? I don't know. But it's fun. It's fun.
Fine. Comes with the job, I guess. Come at me.
And Beetlejuice the musical, I saw that on the weekend as well. That was amazing. That was so awesome. I love musicals, man. Like, live shows, you know, don't get to go to them too often. They cost money. I totally understand it though, because like, they're really cool. And this one, it was so funny and it was really well done. I loved it. I feel like I had seen the musical before, like not live. I saw a shitty little bootleg online. So obviously it's way better live, and it seemed like they kind of like changed a couple of like the jokes and stuff to be a bit more with the times. I liked it. I thought it was good. Delia, for example, she was really funny. like the, you know, the character Delia. There's like a bit where she's trying to like relate to Lydia, and she like dabs. I love that. I love that. That's so funny. Love it. But yeah, after I use my stamina, I'll do the Zani story. I do like the companion stories in this game. Like I said, I feel like the main story is like whatever, but I like character-driven stories just in general, so I have been really enjoying the companion stories in this game. Like, I feel like the first version of this game, right? 1.0. I was like, that's okay. But then Yinlin's character story, I was like, oh, I actually really like this. And then I really liked Zhe's, I really liked... Yeah, I like a lot of them. There's a lot that I haven't done yet. But doing the main story, it's like, I don't know. It's just a different kind of vibe, and it's maybe not my thing. I don't want to say it's bad or anything. It's just that... I don't think I get it. I feel like I've seen like a lot of people say like, oh, I really liked 2.0. I thought it was way better, but that just wasn't my experience, so... I just don't get it. For me, I like characters, and I like relationships between the characters, and for me, the relationship between Rover, who is like, she's not completely featureless, but she's not, there's not a lot going on with Rover, right? That's not as interesting as, like, for example, in Zenless, Astra and Evelyn, Lycon and Hugo. Relationships like that. I'm way more interested in that. And I think, you know, that's just not the kind of game that we were once to be, and that's fine. But that is kind of what's gonna keep me drawn to the Hoyo games, I think. Oh my god, why do I have to run so long? Alright, one more time. I'm just gonna use all my weekly chances on Duo, because I do want to level Phoebe up. Part of me is tempted to get Brant next, but like, second half as well, by the way. Like, I do really want Carlotta. I think I still want Carlotta more, but now that we know, like, there's gonna be another fusion character after Cartathea, it's like, ooh, should I, you know, should I try to get Brant? You know, like, I feel like I'm not gonna have the luxury, but, you know, if I end up getting Carlotta early, for example, and then I have the luxury of like, ooh, who do I want to go for next? I feel like Brant is going to be the better pickup than Chakona for me, because I already have Changli, and it's like, well, I could, you know, because the assumption is that Brant, Changli, and this new character will fit together on a team, right? So maybe that's what I want to do. No. I said I was gonna do the Zani quest, so let's do the Zani quest. We're not doing the 1,000 gateways. Let's do the Zani quest, because if I can do the Zani quest, then maybe I can switch to Genshin, do more Genshin as well. Come on, come on, come on. Why did I do this to myself? But yeah, like I said, I did already accidentally start the Zani companion quest, so we're just gonna have to pretend we've all watched the beginning cutscene together, which is annoying. But it's fine. We can just continue from here. Interact with spots where the footprints. Yeah, because like Zani, there was like some bad guys up to no good, and I don't even remember. I was angry. I was angry when I was watching the scene because I was like, I don't want to watch this right now. I think that's something that's really annoying about these open world games, is that you'll just be like walking around, doing your thing, and then, oh, cutscene. And it's like, I'm not ready for a cutscene. I want to talk to a person to activate a cutscene, please. But enough ranting. Let's get into it.
Here. Sorry to keep you waiting.
What is that? Mountain Dew?
Those Chamber of Discipline folk are as difficult to deal with as ever.
How did it go? Hello.
Well, you know how they are with the Montellis these days. No surprise they didn't share any interrogation details.
Thank you for following as long as you have.
Claim to be the Black Alley, but the Chamber doesn't bother with rumors without solid proof.
3, 2, 1, fire!
Should I wait for Bernice before I talk to Zani some more? I'm doing alright. I'm doing well. This morning I played a little bit of Theory Restart, giving my thoughts on the game, which is that it has a lot of potential, but I don't know if it's my thing. And then we've gotten into Wuthering Waves, and I got a bit distracted. But I'm finally doing Zani's companion quest, because I haven't done it yet. I want to do it. I like the companion quests in this game. But yeah, it's good that you're good. I'm cold as well. It's a cold day.
A gang made up of criminals.
In my part of Australia.
Although how many joined willingly is anyone's guess.
But yeah, I know in the trailer it's like Zani's got a vigilante persona. Crazy.
The leadership
What do you think of Zani's outfit? It's cool.
By someone working solo. The leftovers, they were screwed. Some are still rotting in prison.
Yeah, I know, like, part of what got me back into this game, because I took a 6-month break from this game. It was when Shorekeeper first came out. I know part of what got me back into this game was Zani. Somebody mentioned, oh, Woowa, they just strip marketed new character, and I was like, okay, and I checked her out, and I was like, whoa, she's so cool. My first limited 5-star was Yinlin. It was in 1.0. I waited to pull on Yinlin's banner. I skipped Gion, and I won my 50-50. And then I've only won one other 50. Actually, that's a lie. I've won 3 50-50s now, because I won on Zani and I won on Phoebe, so hog. So yours was Camellia? Your first limited 5-star was Camellia? I haven't done Camellia's companion quest yet. She's on the list. So I don't really know what Camellia's about. But she looks cool. But yeah, I know Zani, she's my kind of woman. I'm in love with her a little bit. Do you think those two were just a few stragglers? You got Camellia when she first came out? Cool. Yeah, I think I was taking a break from the game when Camellia came out. And then I did come back when Camellia had her rerun, but I skipped her because I was waiting for Zani, basically. I won! Nice. We love winning. Gacha games are awesome when you win. They're really sad when you lose, though. Tell Zani what you discovered. I lost, then I won.
She's in the same boat as those vagrants in the past.
That's kind of like, we're so over, it's so back, you know? It's kind of balanced. That's kind of how I felt about my anniversary pulls, because I went for JJ first, and I lost my 50-50. Back-to-back temple. Love that. Love to see that. I've only ever gotten a double 5-star in... Honkai Star Rail. I got a double 5-star once.
Got time for a detour?
It was on Kafka's banner, and one of them was a 50-50 loss. But yeah, I would like to see more games. I would like to see more. I have Changli E1. Cool. I don't have anybody at sequences, and I've actually got enough to buy a sequence right now. I've got enough corals. Not sure if I want any though. I feel like 45 pulls, it's kind of a big deal. Like, I could just spend them on pulls and save them for Carlotta or something. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I've got time to spare, so where are we going? Is it far from here?
The old entrance to the Black Alley. If they're crawling back from the ashes, We might find a clue or two at their old haunt.
Who is your favorite character design and playstyle in WoW? Okay, so I don't really know how to answer that. I feel like
Today will be a
character design, I really like Zani's character design. I like how she's got like two sides of her, you know, one is like businesswoman, and then when she goes berserker mode, she's got all the ripped sleeves and stuff. I think that's really cool. Jeje, I really like her. Like, I didn't like her when we saw just the art of her, but I actually really like her 3D model. I think she's amazing. Like Chang-Li looks really cool too. But yeah, as for gameplay style, I don't really know who I like the most. I feel like maybe nobody really stands out to me as fun. I mean, Carlotta seems fun. I don't have Carlotta, but I want to try and get her next, not next patch, but like next banners, next lot of banners. The banners change, and then I want to go for Carlotta because she seems fun. But yeah, as for character design, maybe Zani. I think she's a beautiful woman. And I love her Italian accent too. It's very cool. Playstyle is Camellia, design is Electric Guy on permanent. Kalchara. Yeah, Kalchara does look really cool. I don't know anything about him. But his design is really cool. You know, he is kind of similar to Zani because he's like got the, you know, the normal all business, you know, maybe not all business, but like he just looks normal. But then when he goes like berserk mode, he's all like ripped up. I do like that. I think that's cool. How come you're so familiar with this?
I have some past experience.
But yeah, I hope we get to meet Kalchara in the story at some point because he's got a cool design and it's kind of going to waste, right? Aside from a few broken locks, only silence greets your efforts.
Strange. My memory shouldn't be failing me, should it?
Oi! Who's causing trouble here? Don't you know this is the Must Brothers' turf?
The Must Brothers!
Tough. What's there to be afraid of? We're the ones rebuilding the Black Alley. Now, how about you hand over some coin, eh?
Well, that was a wasted trip.
Oh. Got trials on me.
Come on. All yours.
loading. Sentinel protects me.
But yeah, I think my favorite characters in this game, like Jeje and Zani. I would ask them what type of money. Oh, okay. I like how they're kind of not involved in the main quest. They're kind of doing their own thing.
We were blind.
I feel like that's something they both have in common. And Yinlin too. I really liked Yinlin's main story. I don't know if she's like my favorite character, but like I liked her main story and how it was like disconnected from the main plot.
It's never good news.
Because I guess I like more slice of life, monster of the week kind of stories. I feel like that's something about me that you know, I feel like I've talked to people about how like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, for example. I've only just started watching that, so I'm like only partway through season 3. But I feel like I was talking with someone like that who's like, yeah, I preferred Angel because it's more like it's less monster of the week or something like that. And I was like, damn, I really like the monster of the week stuff. I really like season 1 of Buffy, for example. So
Is that all the nerve you've got? And you call yourselves the ones to bring back the Black Alley?
Well, you've got to have something to make folks fear you, right? One of you looks soft, and the other looks halfway worked to death. I like my chances.
what? Rude as hell. How do I look soft, mate? How f***ing dare you?
How many times have you pulled this off?
Not even once.
He was kind of right about you though, Zani. Like, I love you, babe, but you do look like you need a little nap time. Okay. You seem surprisingly motivated. That's not normal. What the hell? That's so rude, Rover. I'm gonna say it though.
After handing over those other two thieves, I learned they were targeting Montelli staff residences.
She didn't mind
Providing a
it.
safe working
She barely
environment is part
reacted.
of my job description too.
My treat him mean,
It's
keep him
getting
keen
late. We'll
tactic
pick
is
this
not
up
working.
tomorrow, once I've got more to go on.
Okay. Okay. Zani is not paid enough. No, she's not. But I think she's like a workaholic, and I actually think the workaholic trope. We've kind of seen that a couple times, but I like what they do with it in this game, where it's like, okay, she's such a workaholic that she's a vigilante because she just loves being a security guard so much. That's sick. That's awesome. That's kind of silly, and I enjoy it. I really like it. So, because I feel like I may have mentioned this before, but I know somebody who, she's a good friend of mine. She works in retail, and I feel like I'll kind of tease her sometimes because when she's not, like, she seems like she works a lot, and when she's not working, I'll like see on my Discord like, oh, what game is she playing right now, and it'll be something like supermarket simulator, restaurant owner, or whatever. It's like I'll like tease her because I'm like, you're off the clock. You don't have to do your retail job, but she just loves it. So I know there's people like that who just they love what they do, and that's Zani. Yeah, she needs to look after herself a bit more, but I think she knows what she's doing. I think she knows what she's doing. I feel like I did see people saying like, oh, the Zani being a vigilante thing, it's silly, and I'm like, maybe, but I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. But yeah, have you seen the drip marketing for Cartathea and I think the other character's name is Lupa? Interesting. I did not expect the next patch of Wuwa to have 2 limited characters. I was so sure that because this one has 2 limited characters, that we would have a bit of a break next patch. But they're really gunning for our wallets, guys. Interesting.
Well, the rumors called them the Blazing Nightwalker.
Come again?
The Blazing Nightwalker. Ugh, don't make me say it again.
It is part of the main story, Cantarella. Her companion quest isn't part of the main story, but I know she's in the main story. My impression of her in the main story was that she was just like kind of sharing exposition mainly. I don't think that was delivered very well. I feel like, yeah, they kind of wasted Cantarella's potential, because I feel like when you first hear about Cantarella, it's like, oh, she's bad news. She's got some like bad rumors about her. She's like, oh, I heard she poisons people and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, she's like a femme fatale, interesting. But then you meet her and she's just another like lawful good character like everyone else in the game, and it's like, okay, that's not bad, but I was excited for something else and I got let down, I think. But yeah, I haven't done a companion quest. Maybe her companion quest is going to endear me to her. But yeah, Lupa hasn't been shown in the main story yet, so kind of interested in this new character. I feel like I might be skipping Cartathea just because I lack Astrites, Because I want to get Carlotta. I'm going to try to get Carlotta. I might not be able to. But because of that, Chacona is going to be low on the priority list. And then because of that, it's like, well, should I even get Cartathea if I don't have Chacona? So Lupa is like, oh, well, maybe I should grab Lupa then, right?
I'll take all of them.
I don't know.
One of each, please.
A bit hard on digestion, no?
Ah, you made it. Let's sit over there and talk. I wasn't sure what you liked. It was too hard to choose, so I just got one of each flavor.
I took you for more of a coffee person.
Work is bitter enough as it is. Why drink something
My
bitter
favorite
on top
character
of
story is
that?
Encores. Yeah, I liked Encores. I feel like I liked Zhe's and Yinlin's more, but I still like Encores. Character story. Those two thieves give you more trouble than expected.
They're not anything special on their own. What matters is, a lot of the family's employees have been running into the same kind of trouble as that night. So, where should we start?
What do you think of Alachino in Genshin? She's cool. I have not done her character story though. There are a crap ton of character quests in Genshin that I haven't done yet. But I do think Alakino's design is amazing. I think what I saw of her in the main story was cool. She's a very cool unit. I've got her. I pulled for her. I've like barely used her though. Unfortunately. This is nothing against Alakino. It's just I have Hu Tao, you know. I've got Hu Tao. You have Hu Tao weapon but no Hu Tao. Yeah, for me I've got Hu Tao, I've got a C1 and I've got her weapon. So I know that if I invested into Alakino the same amount, Alakino would be better. But because I haven't, my Hu Tao is better. And it's like, I've just always used Hu Tao. And now that Moiko's out, it's like, sorry, Alakino, but she's cool. She's cool. She's cool. You took my Hu Tao. Maybe I did. I got Hu Tao ages ago. I've been playing Genshin since 1.2, so... yeah, maybe I took your Hu Tao. Sorry about it. First, tell me what you need help with.
As I mentioned before, many people working for the Montellis have been victims of attempted thefts, like last night.
I am hoping, you know, if I've got time after Zani's companion quest, I am hoping to switch over to Genshin after this game, so maybe we can talk more about Genshin when I play that. This with HSR, it's easy for combat. See, that's what I don't like about it, is that it's not interesting with the combat.
Everything is taken care of.
But yeah, for HSR, I've been logging in. I've been doing my dailies. And logging out. It's been boring.
Your room.
It's a game for me, because I can turn off my game brain. That's totally fine. I am in full support of casual gaming. But for me, it's like, I can only keep up with it so much before I'm just like, I'm not really doing anything in this game. The story is not gripping me, the combat's not gripping me. Maybe I should just... I don't know. But, you know, like, the collab for HSR does make me want to be like, well, I better, you know, get the collab character because she's not coming back, right? And, apparently Archer is gonna make my Sparkle usable again, right?
It's
So,
not time yet.
I don't know.
Want to rest a little longer?
Zani's so pretty! Can't sleep anyway.
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. Insomnia and I go way back.
Her for Sarah's Jinxi's assistant, you mean Sanhua? Yeah, she's cool. I like Alto, I think. I have a few questions.
What about?
I was using Alto at the start of the game. I haven't really used him in ages, but I like him. The family's approach this time.
A lot of people were targeted, but in the end, they only sent you to handle it?
If we send too many people, we risk tipping our hand.
Why not tell the Order?
Well, the Chamber of Discipline did catch a few perps, but they're not quick to act without solid proof. And some of the higher-ups in the order might just be happy to see the employees having a little fun.
I don't use some of my character. Yeah, I wouldn't say I use all of them either. Especially not in Genshin. In Genshin I have a lot of characters. I can show you. Once I've done the Zani quest, let's focus on Wuthering Waves for now while we're playing Wuthering Waves, and we can talk about other games when I play them. You know, I don't want to get too off topic. I appreciate your input regardless. Hello, how are you doing? We're doing Zani's character quest. Yeah, it's just I have ADHD, so I get distracted really fast. You guys might have noticed. So yeah, I did say earlier while I was playing Etheria, like let's stay on topic for that game. So I feel like I should say it again for this. So yeah, appreciate you chatting about HSR and Genshin, but I do plan to play Genshin after a bit of Wuthering Waves, so we can talk about Genshin then. But yeah, for now, let's try to focus on Wuthering Waves. But yeah, Sif, welcome to the stream. Yeah, doing Zani's character quest because I think Zani is gorgeous, and I actually do like the companion quests in this game. The main story doesn't really interest me a lot, but the character quests, I do enjoy them. You actually volunteered for extra work. Yeah, I think...
Really? That's the biggest issue you find?
ADHD is one of those things that's kind of funny, because it's like, when I got diagnosed with it, because I got diagnosed as an adult, right? I feel like after I got diagnosed, I was like looking around at all these people around me, and I was like, I think I can see it in all of them too, you know? Because I think, like, birds of a feather flock together, right? I think it actually does make sense that the people you're friends with are going to have ADHD as well, and so I think you'll find a lot of content creators and stuff probably have ADHD. A lot of fandom people in fandoms have ADHD, and gaming is a big thing for people with ADHD. There's probably something you're not telling me, isn't there? Kuru 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 kuru. Oh, what the hell? That was so cute. I'm in love with Zani.
All right. You've got sharp instincts. Spending too much time with you, and I'm running out of secrets.
What? Let's play dumb. Maybe she'll like us.
Yeah, that's me, the Blazing Nightwalker. But honestly, I really don't want to keep repeating that name.
Yeah, it's not as cool as Batman. What if you were just Batman, Zani? Or, you know, you got the goat horns. What if you were Goatman? That doesn't sound as cool. Goat woman. Yeah, no. We'll workshop it. We'll workshop your superhero name, Zani. Because, yeah, I don't think Blazing Nightwalker is it, you know? Yeah. It's not as catchy. Yeah, she's like that Batman of Willow, yeah.
By tradition, shouldn't you have revealed your true identity at the end?
Yinlin is back.
You're talking about the stories
Ooh,
where
I can see that
there was
actually.
hardship and misunderstanding,
I can't
one
say I know
descendant
too much
stepped
about
out with their last breath, leaving the other
oh, like
to regret it
Catwoman, yeah.
forever.
Well, I know I don't know much about Batwoman, but I know Batwoman. She's got the red hair, so I can see the connection. But yeah, I guess, yeah, maybe she is more like Catwoman. Like, cause Yinlin is like the femme fatale kind of character, and that's very much what Catwoman is, right? So, yeah, I can see it. Do we ship them? Do we ship Zani and Yinlin? You know, like, what if they met? If they did, people would go
The family
crazy.
sent me to handle this,
Maybe.
partly because
I
they
would
didn't
be
want
here
the
for
big
it, though.
operation to stir things up, and partly because I never called myself that.
Look, I'm here for the Yuri. I like Yuri in the Hoyo games, for example. I feel like I've seen people say, oh, I like Wiwa because it doesn't have that. Which is fine, I guess. You know, people like different things. So, you know, I'm fine if they don't want to do that. But I just would like to see more character interactions in general. I feel like we get a lot of Rover and the characters, but we don't get a lot of the characters between each other. And like, you know, it doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be like ship teasing. I'm fine with that. Like even stuff where they like Alto and Encore, I'd like to see like their familial relationship kind of expanded on. That's something I would like to see out of Wuwa. And yeah, just in general, it would be cool to see the Rinasita characters meet the Honglong characters, right? Because I feel like we haven't really seen that very much. Maybe like a little tiny bit in the Cube event.
Never planned on picking up a
Flower Girl and Motefi is like father and daughter. Yeah, like I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that expanded on in the story. You know, like it doesn't always have to be like romance. And you know, I've been saying, you know, I like that Yuri. It can be a man and woman couple as well. Or Guy XI. Or you know, or like I said, it can be family relationships. I want to see more of that in Wuwa. I feel like instead it's just like a harem genre thing with Rover shipped with everyone, which is also fine. It's not my thing, but it's fine if that's what they want to do with the game. I'm just saying, like, that's something that I like in the Hoyo games. The Hoyo games is full of ships and little teasers, you know, Jean Lisa, Jean D Luke if you want to be boring. Amber Eula, stuff like that. I live for it. I love it.
You walked right into it, didn't you? All right, boys, let's burn down.
And it's I don't know. It makes me sad because I see people all the time and they just seem so against it.
I've got it covered.
Lumi and Rover are siblings, always working. That's cute. I feel like I haven't met Lumi much in the story. I don't remember her. Like I know the character, but like I don't really remember her. What the hell? What? You're threatening Bakey? Put Bakey down now.
Not a chance.
That's
It's my
messed up.
hostage now. This is an echo napping, you hear?
That was messed up. You've traumatized Bakey.
Don't be causing trouble for folks who need their breakfast bright and early.
Marina and Encore and MC and Alto playdate. Yes, we need it to happen. Or Mortifi. Yeah, like maybe instead of Rover, maybe Rover's just like away, and it's Mortifi and Alto being dads, doing dad things. That would be cool. I'd like it. I feel like Mortifi and Alto maybe wouldn't get along, but like maybe they have to because their you know, adopted daughters have to, you know, they get along. So it would be cute. It would be fun.
But the main, aren't you?
Rashir and brother are sorry. Rashir and Brant are brother and sister. Yeah, like I think yeah, there's like these relationships there in the story a little bit, but like I want to see more stories like specifically about them. Is what I mean.
That's why you doubt us and prefer to put your faith in a wayfaring laureate, huh?
Instead of it just being like in the background.
I'm sorry.
Because yeah,
There's no need
I like
to
character
apologize.
stories. I like
You're not a victim in
character
this, with every
dynamics,
right to be
relationship
suspicious.
dynamics.
So then, Rover, what
But
do you think we should do?
maybe Wuwa is just, you know, it's a different genre of story, and that's fine. But yeah, I want to see how powerful this Echo
Told everyone to call
really
it a day
is.
again. As an employee of the Montelli family, I have an obligation to stop any terminals from being misused. I'll just have to ask the boss for double overtime pay and an extra vacation after this.
Great, but have you spent the vacation you got last time?
Are you really bringing up something so depressing now?
Thank you. Thank you both. Talos has us blindfolded whenever we leave the Black Alley. Keeps us from knowing the new entrance. A runner takes us to the meeting spot. I'll take you to him.
Oh, whoops. We're doing a cube for now. Let's break up, you know? We've been at Zani's companion quest. Let's do a little cube scene. I do enjoy the cubes. I don't know if I've mentioned it this stream. The anniversary cube thing? I like them. They're funny. They're silly. Meeting you here has become a part of my daily routine. Alright, let's dig in. You will enjoy the food, of course. We Raganesi take pride in our food traditions. For instance, never overcook seafood or you'll ruin its natural taste. Always serve freshwater fish before sea fish, or its tender flavor will be masked. I'd start with this appetizer. It complements the main course, hearty but not too heavy, perfect for those burning the midnight oil. And don't forget the aperitif. I don't know how to pronounce that actually. As we say, if you can't appreciate good wine, you don't deserve good water. Now try the nectar wine from Elgla Town. It's aged in oak barrels from Fegese Peninsula, known as the Harvest Spirit or Gocce di Divino for its exceptional flavor. So this is the Gocce di Divino. To you, guests from afar. And my vacation that never seems to come. I tried my best. Cuckoo, let's go find the next cube. Yeah, okay. We did it. We found one of the cubes. It was by accident, but we had to get it done anyway. Yeah, I'm Australian. I don't speak Italian or French, so I'm really sorry. Lately I've been playing Wuthering Waves, Rinascita is based on Italy, and I've been playing Clair Obscur, which is in... It's not based on... It's the location in Clair Obscur isn't based on France, it just is France. So sometimes there is text that is in Italian or it's in French, and I do my best. I do my best, but I don't speak those languages. So, I hope you find it amusing if I mispronounce things, you know. Ah! Rude!
Sentinel protect me.
The mimics are getting smarter. They're starting to lock themselves.
Come at me.
Ah! Okay, fine. Not allowed to fly. Illegal. I want to fly. I want to show off my new confetti thing. It's probably not good for stealth now that I think about it. Thank God my ISP seems to be working again after 5 freaking calls. Oof!
It's a slippery one.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Like,
in a gondola before you can blink.
I know that feel is what I mean. Like, yeah. But you've got it working now. That's good. How have you been? That's just what you've been up to. Rough. Ugh, I hate having to call. Cause yeah, I remember like having some kind of issue with yeah, ISP, Internet Service Provider. I remember having some kind of issue. It was like early in the year. I don't remember what it was about, but we had to call. I say we. It was me and my housemate. We had to call the people about it, and like, you know, the person on the phone we were talking to, it was like they were clearly like reading off of a script, right? And it was like, you know, it was like they weren't allowed to deviate from the script, and it was really annoying and made the whole thing like way more tedious than it needed to be. But it was like, I understand that that's, you know, they've got guns to their heads if they go off the script, but it's like, oh, it's so annoying. This dame got a Zani and a Phoebe. Yes, I got a Phoebe.
Good job, I guess.
It wasn't the same day that Zani came out. It was like the same day Zani came out. I pulled for JJ first. Everyone's got a rover, right? I pulled for JJ first, I lost my 50-50. It was looking doya. It was looking doya at that point. Sadly behind you, can't see. It's just Zani right now. It's just the trial Zani. I don't know if I can like go into my resonators. It's just trial Zani is on the team right now. But yeah, I've got Zani, Phoebe, and Shorekeeper on my team. But yeah, when the anniversary update came out, I pulled for JJ first because JJ is one of my favorite characters. I feel like she's underrated, but I lost her to... I wasn't able to get her on her first run, and then when she was rerun, I wasn't playing the game at that time, so I was like, oh no, when is she coming back? She came back for the anniversary. By far not underrated, you think so? I feel like as a character, I don't see anybody saying like, oh yeah, she's one of my favorites, because her with Carlotta is a monster. Yeah, like in the meta, she's like rated favorably, but like as a character, like I don't see anybody going like, oh, JJ is my favorite, but she's genuinely one of my favorite characters. I like her a lot. So I had to have her. I pulled for her first. I lost my 50-50 to Verena. It sucked. It was so scary. Because I had to go to Pity again, and I got JJ, and I was like, no, am I going to be able to get Zani? But I did get Zani, because I actually got Zani early. It was awesome. It was Pog. And then I got Zani's weapon, because I had already had, like, Pity on the weapon banner, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for it. And then I tried to go to Phoebe. I tried to get Phoebe next. I was like, man, guys, it's going to depend on if I win my 50-50, whether I got Phoebe. And I did. I got Phoebe. I won my 50-50. She's just on String Master. I don't think I can get her weapon for now, but, yeah. Because, like I said, JJ is one of my favorite characters. I would like to get Carlotta because, yeah, like, for the exact reason you said, JJ plus Carlotta, beastly team. They're very good together. I was in somebody else's stream and he was talking about how before Cantarella came out, there was like a survey that was like asking players like, what like color scheme do you want to see on a slut character? And I was like, what? They called her that? That is not respectful. I think gacha games should be 18+. Not because of whatever content they've got in them, but because of the gambling. I think they should all be 18+. So I don't like the idea of them censoring Cantarella for the sake of getting a lower age rating. Like, you do not need kids to be playing your game. I don't know. But like, maybe it has to do with Chinese, like, you know, they've got restrictions on their censorship. I don't know. I don't know the culture. So I can't really comment too much, but I don't if the intention is like, oh, so we can get the 12+ rating, it's like, you don't need that. You're a gacha game. You shouldn't be 12+, you should be 18+. Because like, you know that game Balatro?
Hopefully this helps.
That game is like not that game looks like a gambling game because it's got poker cards, right? But you don't actually gamble in it. You don't use microtransactions to actually gamble in it. That game's like 18+. So if that game is going to be 18+, then I think all gacha games should be 18+. Does it matter which version of the main character you choose? No, because you can actually change your main character whenever you want. So I don't think there's any gameplay difference between them, and I don't think, you know, it's not like other games where you really have to like lock in the choice, so it's fine. It's not like how Wise and Belle have their own demeanor and responses. No, no. I think Rover and female Rover are like identical to each other. It's just the gender. I think there are like maybe minute animation differences. And I really like how you're able to change because that's not something you see in a lot of these games. And I think, you know, it's something people change their minds on. You know, for me, like, I start these games, I usually pick female because I myself am a woman, and I like to be able to play as a character that I can identify with. But, you know, sometimes I do think, oh, well, you know what, maybe the male character is cooler, you know? Like, I'm still not going to change to male rover because I also think male rover's design is boring. You know, like, I don't like female rover's outfit, but like,
Leave it to me. No hesitation.
I'm not going to change to male rover. But I like that the option is there because, you know, sometimes you just change your mind, you know?
Sense your weakness.
It's a Chinese gacha in the end. A not hot female character isn't bought by some people, I guess. It's fine. I don't care about that. I started playing ZZZ thinking that Belle was the main lead, so I've just stuck with her as my default. Yeah, like, I feel like I know tons of people who are like men and they want to play as female characters. So it's not like just, you know, I feel like it's something you should be able to change and play with because it's like it's not always that you're just choosing what your gender is, right? Why do you think males choose to play female characters? I think there's lots of different reasons. I don't think it's always like a I want to play as a sexy girl so I can look at her bum kind of thing. But it is often that, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But I think, you know, it's not always that.
Who's there?
One.
I don't know if the reason really matters. Like,
I'll give up.
So this is
people play
He's probably one
characters
of those who
for
don't
lots of
actually
different
buy a
reasons, right?
story. But to
many years ago I
search
just said watching a
check
girl's
the
butt is
parameters
usually
of
more
that.
agreeable than a male's for hours upon hours. Yeah, see, I feel like there's some
Some
people who are like that, and that's totally fine. But there are also people who are like, I want to be a man because I'm a man and I'm, you know, living my self-insert fantasy, and that's totally fine too. Ningguang has a unique birthday voice line for FMC. Yeah, because Ningguang's lesbian, right? She's like, you know, she's heavily implied to be anyway. So I get to experience that. Yay. Usually boils down to two reasons for me. Either I believe the female lead fits with what my headspace believes the story will work best with, and then the designs. Yeah, like I think I usually enjoy playing as female characters because, yeah, for me it is. I don't know if it's always like a self-insert thing. I don't know. Girls are cool, right? Young years, I rather played female characters. Later, as I went to male characters, probably for self-insert. Yeah, like I think you can change your mind, and that's why I really appreciate that in WoW you can change your mind because, yeah, sometimes you can be like, I want to be the girl because she's hot, and then you're like, she's not that hot. I want to be me, you know. It's okay. If Shigo was in WoW, what weapon would she be? I don't think she'd be a weapon. I think that's. I don't know. Shigo had like it's been a while since I've watched Kim Possible, but like let me continue the story. Welcome back from the ads.
In fact, she tells them if they beat her,
I guess she'd be a gauntlets user because I feel like she was punching. I feel like Shigo punches. She's kind of got like telekinesis kind of powers, but she was always like, you know, her and KP were punching, sparring, right? So yeah, I guess Shigo and you know, Kim Possible as well would be gauntlet users in this game. Ron would be a 4-star. Yeah.
Luckily, my shield should do the trick.
That would be superficial and boring. Yes! And I have the most interesting chatters in all of Twitch.tv. We have refined tastes here. Yes, very good. Proud of you. Batman Bio Kid would be Damian Wayne? I have not read too many comics, but I know of Damian Wayne. I know of Damian Wayne because I read the Gotham Academy comic books. I really love Gotham Academy. So I used to read comics, I used to collect them, but then it got too expensive, so I stopped. So I'm a bit out of the loop when it comes to the Bat universe, to be honest. But Gotham Academy was cool. Highly recommend it if you guys like reading comics that got cancelled. Why are we, you know, why has Tribal Rover got the Arrow Rover sword, but we're Spectro? Deadpool would be like child and we were a bit better. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what that means. Like a gun user, but he switches to using melee weapons.
Sounds come. The end has come.
Yeah, sure, sure. I guess are we brainstorming collabs? You know, we haven't even got the Cyberpunk collab, and we're trying to come up with more collabs for them to do. You know, Kuro Games, write all this down. We want to see, what was it? Shigo from Kim Possible, and Ron as a 4-star. We want to see Deadpool. We want to see Damian Wayne. See, I would like to see more collabs because I feel like in Genshin Impact we had the Horizon Zero Dawn collab, right? And it flopped. It was bad. It was boring. They just like gave us the character and then we're like, bye. We're not going to do anything with this. And it was like, damn, I want to see like actual collabs. I want to see like, you know, like this Cyberpunk one that's coming. I'm sure that's going to be great. I'm sure it's going to be like actually... How bad was it? So yeah, what they did is they just gave you Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn in the mail. And that's it. That was the collab. Yeah, it was boring. Because there was so much you could... I feel like there was so much you can do with that. But they were just like... I think there was a free weapon if you were playing on PlayStation, but it was you could only use it on PlayStation, right? It had this weird passive that like only worked if you were playing on PlayStation. Halo looked shit as well. She's not a very good, like, she's not a meta character. I don't mind Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, I never played the second one, but I played Horizon Zero Dawn and I 100% completed it because I was really enjoying it. I thought it was a good game. And I feel like when the collab came out, people were like, oh, this is kind of random. Like, what does this have to do with Genshin? But I actually think it made sense because the game is about exploring an open world area. You use a glider kind of thing. It's very much like Breath of the Wild. The game was nice, at least from game videos. Like, yeah. And I think they could have done something with Genshin, but instead they didn't. And so many fans like complained about, oh, my immersion is ruined with Aloy in the game, which I thought was really dumb because it was like, what? What are you talking about? Is it really that serious?
Everyone here was dragged off somewhere.
I just feel like because they bonked it, you know, because they messed up Horizon Zero Dawn. It's like we're never getting another collab because everyone was like, you know, that was dumb. You know, one of the things that made Zani that made Zani so popular was her wearing pants. Yes, I know that when somebody in my chat told me, "Oh, there's a WoW character who wears pants," I was immediately like, "Ooh, let me see," because it's cool. It's just real. Yeah, we were all like, "Ooh, pants."
Keep Colleen back there.
I know. For me, like, I definitely prefer like a, you know, like Zani's design, like where she's she's covered up, but it's like skin tight. I think that's really sexy.
You can come over
Compared to something like Cantarella, where it's like lingerie. I just think overworked dominant women are in general hot. Yeah. Well, there's a lot about Zani that contributes to her appeal.
Hubert!
What people don't consider is people played those games for years and got older. Not all girls need to be skimpy. Yeah, I think I think like Zani's really appealing because she feels like a real person, right? She doesn't feel like like I don't know how to say it in a way that makes it sound like bad. Like girls like Cantarella, characters like that, you know, they do appeal to people. There's nothing wrong with them. But like I think Zani, people see like, you know, overworked woman, and she dresses the way she does. It's like down to earth, and it's like, you know, that's part of the appeal. Highly competent. Yeah. She's not just another rover wife. Yeah, I know for me, like I really liked Yinlin's story because I feel like Yinlin's story was like, there was like a bit of conflict between her and Rover. There was a bit of, you know, we came to a mutual understanding in the end, so I enjoyed that. Jeje's story, not really having much to do with Rover. And then, yeah, Zani's whole thing is that she's got a whole thing going on outside of Rover. She's a working, like, woman. She's a workaholic. She's got a whole vigilante thing going on, and it's like, I don't know, to me that's cool. Her life doesn't revolve around Rover. She feels real in that way. And that's what I enjoy in some of these characters. I don't know, like I've said before, I don't think there's anything wrong with Woowa being a game in the harem genre. Some people really like that. But for me, like, I don't like characters who are just like, ooh, Rover, you know, like, I like characters who, you know, they got their own stuff going on. Maybe there's a little bit of flirties going on with Rover, but like, they're living their lives. Don't tell me you don't got your harem. I got my harem. I'm playing the game. It's just I'll
be there too.
I don't know. there's it's not a trope I'm like fond of, I guess. I mean, not that I'm not fond of. It's fine. I feel neutral toward the harem genre. It's not something I go, yes, give me more of that. It's just like, it's there. I'll play this game. I prefer.
Thank you so much.
Just more interesting character writing and relationships between the characters instead of between them and my mostly featureless protagonist. Now I can get the treasure. Yay! I love treasure! We're talking about the socio-ecological relevance on Zani wearing pants. Yes. Streamer VTuber also wear pants. I feel like I hardly ever see VTubers wearing pants, so that's why I was like, you know, for my game, my VTuber concept, I want to wear blue jeans. I want to be super comfy casual. If it's a woman, I'll pull. Oh man, I wish I had the money for that. I wish I had the money for that. Guess that means I'll get to see the Blazing Nightwalker in action. I feel like she could use a better superhero name.
Don't you start doing what the Ragunesi do.
See, I've already forgotten the superhero name of Zani's. It's too
Not here.
It's not catchy.
On to the next.
She needs something like, you know. Oh.
Looking for me? These my men have gotten quite the beating from you.
I remember this from the trailer.
Uniform and crest. Are you the dogs the Montelli sent? Anyway, none of it matters.
Whoa. Okay.
Stick to the plan.
Have you used up all your points
I
yet?
got this. The rest is on you.
Oh. There we go.
Fine. Come for the come up.
Nah, 16 more to go. Oh no. How do you think Zani and Bernice would get along, right? Like, you know, if we had world peace and there was a Woo-Wah Zen Zone Zero collab, you know, like, it's not gonna happen, but like if we did, right? Hypothetically. Do you think they'd be buds? Do you think Bernice would you know, very poorly? You don't think they'd get on? Probably. Yeah, like Bernice would be too hyper for her. Zani would be like, what are you going on about? Zani would eat her to breakfast. Oh, I don't know if they'd fight. I mean, I guess the Sons of Caledons, they are kind of like criminals, aren't they? Maybe Zani would hate her hyper autism. No, I get that. I'm autistic, and sometimes I meet someone. It's like, you know, you are also autistic, but you got the wrong breed of autism for me, you know. So. Sorry, I'm looking respectfully. She'd hate Caesar for being stupid, but respect her strength. I don't know if Zani hates stupid people. I don't think she's judgmental like that. I am drooling violently. I don't blame you. Oh! Cuties! Yeah, I don't know if Zani is like a judgy person who hates stupid people. I think she probably wouldn't get Caesar, but like maybe there would be respect over the strength.
Even Talos is
I finished this companion story and boy did the end keep me up. Okay, well I don't need to hear about all that. I think. Keep your secrets. I meant keep me up at night. Nothing goon related. Oh, okay. I'm sure.
Funny. Talos should have disappeared years ago too.
You know, as we said before, you know, my chat is one of the most highbrow, respectable chats in all of Twitch.tv, so, yeah, okay, I believe you. Sure. Wink. Is this when Zani, like, puts her hand out and is like,
The Black Alley has its own rules, and
Get
I'm
up.
simply following them to keep things running smoothly.
Before you talk about rules, first learn not to make my life harder.
oh, never mind. Never mind, no, they're not friends. This is not a shonen moment.
No.
Zani, yeah, we've established this. She is a beautiful woman. What's she gonna do? Weakling.
If you lost respect for the law, then fear me instead.
Oh my.
I'm watching you.
Seeing the side of Zani is so cool. I can't. I get it.
Come back. It doesn't matter.
Zani is cool. This is Zani when she's like, you know, she's fully awake. You know, the adrenaline is
What do you say?
making up for her sleep deprivation, and this is her like.
I give up.
That is really cool. Her VA had rent due. Maybe. Her VA is excellent. I think she's done an excellent job. This is when
Thanks for
Rova
that.
says something stupid like, I'm just glad you're on my side. I'm sure you'll return the favor one day. Cocky little shit. Ah, they could never make me hate
The family's
Rover.
people should be here soon.
She's such a goof. Another
I've now
cool
got a good
detail about
excuse to
Zani is
ignore my
that
supervisor's call.
she isn't this pristine body woman. She has scars all over her body. She shows that she's clearly tired. Yeah, I like that about her a lot. I like that about her a lot. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I feel like part of Zani's appeal is that she's got this realness to her. You know, she's not like a fantasy. I mean, she is a fantasy, you know, because they're all fictional characters and they're all designed to be attractive, but it's like Zani's fantasy is a more realistic fantasy than the other girls, and it's very cool. It's very cool. Yeah, she's not... We talk about Zani, best sleepy girl with sleepy hats for horns too. Yes, we're doing Zani's character story. Yeah, we're talking about how hot she is, basically. I feel like, yeah, Zani, she's not like a harem member, but she does flirt with, you know, Rover. I feel like if you want to ship yourself with Zani, it's there. You know, look at us, look at her looking at us like this, right? It's there. But it's there in like a subtle way where, like, you know, I enjoy that more than like, yeah, Shorekeeper, for example, where Shorekeeper is literally your wife. And there's not much going on with Shorekeeper other than that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Zani. I think I fell in love with her at first sight when I met her in the game. And I think she's fantastic. But yeah, as I've been seeing this stream, I think I just enjoy the characters who are like Zani, like Yin, and like Zeze, who have their own little lives going on
It's not exactly the work I find meaningful.
outside of the main
But I get
quest.
to slack off.
Oh,
Nothing
this is
to
cool.
Late again.
You're all out of luck, sweetheart.
Hey,
Thank you. Thank you.
New Woo-Were collab idea. Woo-Were X The Wolf Among Us. What about that? That's what this is making me think of.
thank you. Have I ever thanked anyone so earnestly before?
Oh, baby Zani.
What was I thinking back then? Wishing someone would stand up for me, right?
Oh, she's so cool. Oh my god, I love that.
I'll walk a little longer.
Who are you? Mind your own damn business.
I don't want to talk over the cutscene, but like those 5 seconds of baby Zani meant a lot to me, and I'm gonna explain why in a moment.
Have you heard about that one?
Blazing Nightwalker.
Oh, there are the hats. I see them now.
Done.
That's really cute.
Time to work again.
Okay. Let me just turn the autoplay off.
Anyway,
Let them talk,
that's
man.
the real story behind that ridiculous name.
Okay, so I just wanted to say that little scene where we saw baby Zani and she was like, you know, oh, I wanted somebody to stand up for me. Oh my god, you guys, I'm gonna talk about Final Fantasy X, one of my favorite games. Final Fantasy X has this character Auron, right? Auron is the coolest guy. He's so cool, right? You first see Auron, he's fucking awesome. Yeah, Final Fantasy X. Auron is really cool, and that's consistent throughout the game. Yeah, he's the one with the big jug, he's like samurai, he's got his arm in a sling, and yeah, Auron is sick, right? But something that makes Auron even cooler to me is that when you get to like, I would say it's like close to the end of the game, you find out a little bit more about Auron, and you find out, oh, actually, Auron used to be a bit of a wimp, you know? Yeah, he lies to Titus. He's a bit of a liar. He does a little bit of lying. But yeah, you find out like Auron used to be like, you know, in the party of Braska, Auron, and Jecht. Auron was the wimpy guy, the sensitive one. He was the one being like, guys, don't throw your lives away. And it was like after his death is when he becomes cool, because he's like, you know, and it's all because he's like, I gotta fulfill my promise to Jecht over like looking after his son. And it's like, oh my god, it makes him so much cooler to me, because it's like, ooh, this like sick, badass, cool guy, he's got like a vulnerable side to him. He's got like heart. So that's what makes me, you know, we've just had this reveal about Zani. It was just a little bit, it was like Zani's whole thing, the reason why she's so cool and epic and beats up bad guys is because nobody looked after her when she was a kid, and she wants to be that defender, that superhero that she wished for as a kid. That's awesome! I love that. I completed Final Fantasy X and 13. Both games I've completed several times on 100%. I love 10 and I love 13 as well. Yes. I think 10, if you get me started, I will talk about 10 for days. So we're gonna have to put a pin in it. But I just wanted to bring up Auron as to compare with Zani. I feel like they're both kind of like you know, they seem really cool and badass. But you actually find out, you know, they weren't always that way. And that just makes it so much cooler, because it's like, you know, they're not just like, you know, they don't just become cool out of nowhere for no reason. It's because they're making up for like that weak side of them that, like, you know is still there. You know that's is still there, right? No, don't get me started about Final Fantasy X, because I will go on and on and on. I'll be like, yeah, I Final Fantasy X a normal amount, and then Jecht was the good guy. Jecht was complicated. Shut up! Stop! I'm not gonna talk about Jecht. Okay, we're playing Wuthering Waves. I'm gonna continue with the Zani story because we're nearly done with it. Okay, we can talk about Final Fantasy X another time. I'm sure I can play it on stream sometime. You know, I'm playing Clair Obscur tomorrow and Thursday, and after I'm done with Clair Obscur, I'm gonna need to have another game to play. And you know, I wasn't really thinking Final Fantasy X would be the next game I play, but like, I feel like I bought into the propaganda about Lightning. You know, when 13 came out, I tried for 13, and initially I didn't get it, and I didn't play much of it. And then I feel like I did buy into the propaganda. Like, oh, Lightning sucks. They should stop putting her on the cover of every Final Fantasy game, right? But then I actually played 13. I actually sat down and played it, and I was like, what the hell? Lightning's actually great. Lightning's actually amazing. And I loved Lightning Returns. So I'm so sorry, Lightning. She deserves her awards.
But likewise, just one bold move is enough to bring them back.
Stop it! Stop it! We're playing Wuthering Waves. My ADHD can't handle this.
Big name on me.
I'm done and late. Why is she Super Saiyan now?
Your instincts came from a good place.
I don't even know where to begin with that.
Might not be as sharp as a blade, but it can still break through deeply rooted problems.
She got pants. True.
And up close, it's gentle enough to
She
protect
took down a
what's
whole
important.
gang, and now she's telling
So
us,
don't let today bother you.
here's how I got to this point.
No, I'm not letting it bother me. Hope
She
life
should
is
stay
easy.
like that. I love it. I love both sides of
difference
Zani
is that you
equally,
are
you know?
A weapon that can break the cycle. Perhaps one day I'll finally be able to sleep through the night.
You know, they have tablets for that. Maybe, you know, if you're serious about your insomnia, like, you could talk to a doctor.
You've done well.
Is she about to kiss me? Whoa.
Ah, sorry. It's just a habit.
What the hell was that? I'll take it if I can return the favor. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh. Touch her horns.
Hey, you didn't say you were going to do that.
So that's her companion quest done.